So we acknowledge the land we are meeting on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat people, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 of the Mississaugas of the Credit. And so certainly we want to pay our respects to the land that we're on. Really this evening is about you, it's about know-how, it is about really building community and really public education and making it amazing. So I'm going to pass the mic over to Stu, and he's going to get started, and we're going to start our presentation shortly. Thank you so much.
All right, welcome everybody. How is it going? Yeah, you got it good? The food is good? The water is good, the venue is amazing, and you guys look amazing too, right? No?
You look so amazing.
I just want to give you guys a warm welcome to No Pile launch event once again. Let's make some noise for No Pile. I know the food is good. I know the company is good, but the real deal is what we're about to see right now, the presentation. So I just want to welcome the NoPath team. We have these amazing men who put this all together. I want to introduce them. But before I do that, I want to give you guys some housekeeping announcements, all right? So we have washrooms over here behind the bar. As you guys already know, we have a photo booth in the corner over there. You guys will take some great pictures. You'll get them right away, so feel free to do that before the night ends. The food station over here is closed for now. But don't worry, after the presentation, it will be opened again, okay? So you guys can enjoy that. But that being said, let me welcome them. So we have Edward, who's our first co-founder. We have Philippe over here as well. And we also have Romeo and Laborio. So I'm going to hand it over to them now. I'm going to take it over.
Yeah?
How close?
Good
question. Come on, Laboria.
Should we stand in front of you like
I'd like to thank everyone for joining us tonight for No Pile's premiere launch. After 2 years of dedication and countless hours, many successes and some setbacks, we are ready to launch No Pile. Collaborate toward improving student achievement. Collaboration and student achievement are key words at No Pile. Let's watch an introductory video.
Hello everyone, my name is Romina. With me here today are the co-founders of NoPath. This is Fareed, he is the VP of Operations. This is Edward, who is the VP of Finance. We have our CEO here, Laboria. And we have Dylan here, who is the VP of Communications and Outreach. So, yeah, tell me about NoPath.
Well, thanks for having us, Rita. And I've been teaching for 20 years, and I believe for a long time that there's a lot of talent in the teaching and learning community. But I also know that there's a lot of factors that contribute to gaps in student learning. In 2019, I had the privilege of meeting Edward and Fareed. They co-founded Tech Life at York University, and they came to my school to teach students how to code. I was immediately impressed with their drive and with their professional attitude. Then in 2020, the teaching and learning community began to embrace using technology to a greater extent. The way it was actually being paid for a more robust use of technology and helping to improve student achievement. I felt it was the right time to reach out to Tech Life in March of 2020. And Edward and Fareed, they came on board and became part of the nucleus of No Pile.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Romeo for bringing us alongside this incredible journey. Awesome. Our work at Tech Life involves facilitating the partnership between teachers, university students, and students at elementary and school, and private schools, and public school as well.
Thank you so much, Igor. I'm super happy to be part of the Housekeeping Announcements. Edward and I realized that coding should be more emphasized in the curriculum level because one way students can get introduced to the field of technology and determine if they might be interested in coding in the future.
From our experience at Tech Life, we realized how collaboration among teachers and students is essential for student success. And that's actually the integral part of NoPal as a cornerstone. And so the idea of NoPal is very intriguing because it's focused on collaboration between different education stakeholders and on closing gaps in student learning.
Absolutely. We firmly believe that NoPal has an integrated resources that can complement the core teaching and learning process. Our platform will have a tremendous impact in education field. Back to you, Liz.
Awesome. And our team was finally made complete after William, a teacher of 10 years, and someone who I've known personally for 25 years, and one of the most driven people I know joined the team.
Thanks for your kind words. It's been really an honor to join NoPal World, as you mentioned, for close to 25 years. We've been partners with education for such a very long time, and I'm very excited to be a part of this opportunity because student achievement is really close to my heart. And I came on board because I was going to be a part of something that will have a huge impact on closing student achievement gap.
Awesome. Absolutely. And after 2 years of development, it's now the right time to introduce NoPal, an education platform that facilitates the collaborations of teachers, parents, students, and other education stakeholders toward improving student success.
All right. The idea for NoPal actually started with a conversation. There are so many resources out there and teaching materials, but they take a lot of time to find. Because they're not all in one place. What if there was a centralized education platform? The idea for NoPal was born. NoPal is a place where different education stakeholders can come together to collaborate towards student success. Tonight, we are excited to take you on a brief tour of the NoPal platform. I'm very happy to be part of this team and on a journey with NoPal. Each member of the NoPal team has their own strengths and sets of skills that have helped us to get to this point. Slide 8, please. NoPal. How many people are teachers here? Teachers could be louder than that.
Come on, teachers.
So class is in session. The name NoPal is actually a compound word. How many people here know what a compound word is? Come on, we all know what a compound word is. So on NoPal, you can take notes, you can upload lessons, you can independent practice and assessments. You can give feedback to students. You can discreetly ask your teachers for help. You can track student progress and a lot more. On NoPal, there's collaboration among parents, teachers, students, school leadership teams, and other education stakeholders. You can share lessons, resources, expertise. You can chat and schedule meetings. You can meet and follow people, including people at different schools. This is one of the things about NoPal. You don't only have to collaborate with people at your own school. You can actually collaborate, plan, follow, teach with people at different schools. You can build community and much more. Thank you for being here tonight at our premiere launch. Please enjoy the evening, the artwork, the music, the food. Please enjoy each other's company and also our presentation. We'll be showing you some of NoPal's features throughout the evening, starting with the teacher portal. Slide 9, please. Awesome. Teachers, Teachers are indispensable. If you're a teacher here tonight, thank you for being here. Tonight, we will show you how useful NotePal can be for you. You can sign in to the NotePal, to the teacher portal. You can sign up manually. You can also use Google. You can use Microsoft to sign in. Can we go to the next slide, please? On NotePal, collaboration is a benchmark feature. Creating and sharing lessons is a powerful way to collaborate with one another. I'd like you guys to imagine this scenario. You're signed into NotePal and you upload an amazing lesson. Let's see how easy that is to upload a lessons on NotePal. When you're signed into the teacher portal, there's one of the features is a create lesson feature. You can click on that, and if we go to the next slide, there are filters, drop-downs for uploading lessons. You can there's filters, for example, by grade, subject, strand, and specific expectation. So, for example, when you're uploading lessons, so one thing that you can do is, for example, grade, subject, strand, and specific expectation. Now, by filtering this way, people can also find lessons by grade, subject, strand, and specific expectation. Now, you can also upload lessons, using Microsoft, Google Docs, Google Forms. Google Forms is amazing. You can create assessments and self-marking assessments. Google Slides, PDF files, YouTube videos. So this is a sample of a lesson created on a Google Doc, which can easily be put onto the NotePal platform. Next slide. So this would be an example of independent practice for students to kind of like work on the skills. And then the next slide, the assessment. And so on NotePal, you will be able to find lessons, independent practice for students based on the lesson, and also assessments based on that lesson. Next slide, please. Now, in the scenario that I mentioned before, someone from a different school is looking for a lesson using the search feature and finds the lesson I mentioned on NotePal. And they use it in their class. That's awesome. Someone from a different school can use the lessons that you create in their class. Not only has the creator of this lesson had an amazing impact on their own class, they've now helped someone else in another class. Next slide, please. I don't know which slide this is. Yeah, okay, this looks good.
There's reviews.
You can also find, and you can also follow teachers. The person in our example liked the lesson so much that they not only gave it 5 stars. There's feedback even for teachers. So other teachers can follow teachers on NotePal. Now, in this case here, the person that used the lesson began following the creator of the lesson with NotePal's follow feature. After a while, they decided that the person that used the lesson, that found the lesson, decided that they wanted to reach out to the creator of the lesson because they would like to work with them on a unit that they're thinking about. On NotePal, that's not a problem because among NotePal's many features is a search feature where you can look for people, and even a chat feature that enables people to schedule appointments with one another. On NotePal, teachers can schedule appointments with other teachers. They can schedule appointments with parents. Parents can schedule appointments with teachers. Teachers can schedule conference times with students. Students can discreetly chat with or ask questions to their teachers. So, like, if there's kids in the class who might have a little bit of difficulty putting up their hand and asking questions, they can chat with the teacher, or they can on NotePal say, hey, I'm having a little bit of trouble with this concept. Can you help me out? It's very discreet. Nobody else in the class needs to know about that. Slide 20. This is an example of a chat feature. I was actually chatting with Will the other day, and it's awesome. I mean, he's wearing a mask here, great looking guy, and so you can use NotePal to collaborate with people in other schools. I think that is so awesome. And this is an example of how lessons are organized on NotePal. Can we go to the next slide? Oh, this one here. This is a scheduling feature. So, for example, you can This is, William Target, category teacher. I'd like to schedule a 15-minute time to meet, and someone could put down, hey, you know what, you have awesome lessons, and I'd like to collaborate with you. And then, for example, William can put his availability time, and I can schedule times to meet with him. People on NoPal can schedule times to meet with each other. Can we go to the next one, please? Okay. This is an example of how lessons are organized on NoPal. It shows who created it, the grade, the subject, the strand, specific expectation. It shows the date the lesson was created. There's a share feature if you want to share the lesson with somebody else on NoPal. There's a favorite button. It shows how many times the lesson was viewed and how many times it was downloaded. So you're able to get feedback based on the lessons, for example, based on the lessons that you create, you can get feedback by how many people download your lessons. And that's also feedback of how many people you're actually helping. Next slide. And that's a brief glimpse into the teacher portal.
Okay. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Laborio, for sharing that. So just as excited as we are about sharing the teacher portal, we're just as excited to share about the parent portal. How many parents do we have in the house? Elementary,
We're here.
high school students.
Are your parents?
So, what's so cool about NoPal
We are children.
is
How old are
that
you?
it's so easy for a parent to sign up on the platform.
No, it's live.
As Laborio mentioned, you can simply sign
Yes,
in
it's
with
live.
minimal information.
YouTube.
Or you can sign in with Google, or you can sign in with Microsoft.
Eat your butter by.
So that's so easy, and what's so cool is that once you sign up as a parent, you get a warm welcome. So I signed up to NoPal, and I got a nice warm welcome, right? So welcome for joining the NoPal community. You're an integral part in your child's education. So you get that, which is amazing. You get a nice confirmation. Next slide, please. So as you sign up to the NoPal as a parent, there's me, you get an opportunity to create a bio. Right, so I put down here, I'm a husband, proud parent, incredible girls, love sports, music, helping out my community, and I'm passionate about teaching and learning. And so right here, you can create your bio. And what's cool about that, as Laborio mentioned, is that other like-minded parents can find you. Right, and you can find parents and you can collaborate with them. And what's really cool about that is you can find out that your child is in the same class with another child, and that's really cool. So once you're signed up at NoPal as a parent, you'll see in the corner it says My Children. Next slide, please.
You can make it Among Us.
Yeah. Is
So
your
on
child
the
already
sidebar,
registered
it will
using
ask you,
NoPal?
is your child already registered using NoPal? So if they are
You're the
or
first
aren't,
one
next slide please,
using NoPal.
you have an
My only
opportunity to sign
Because your
your
dad is
child
the
on NoPal, right? Put
The
in
only thing I would
their
really
name,
want to
email,
mention that
grade,
is the
and
vacancy of the company.
you can put in a little bio with your child about themselves. Okay, next slide please.
You can make a username.
And if your child is already signed up as a NoPal, because if your child's under the age of 13, and Edward and Fareed will talk about that, you need support with the parent in terms of signing up. But with our student portal, you're going to be able to, the child over 13 is going to be able to sign up. So for example, if your child's already signed up, you put in their email, they'll get a verification code, and then now your child is signed up and they're a part of your parent portal. Isn't that amazing? So you can actually have both of your children or one of your children in the NoPal platform, parent, and this is actually a great way where you're going to be able to track your child's progress. And we will talk about that.
If you sign
Okay,
up,
next
you can
slide.
track. They can
So right
track
here,
you.
this is the verification code. You can go to the next slide.
Oh,
Thank you
it's
so
so
much.
good.
Yeah, well,
Okay, child
try
added
on
successfully.
of course.
Next slide, please.
Bro, my user is gonna be
Okay, so right here,
6969.
I've signed up my daughter. No,
And
that's
my
not my
profile is
daughter.
gonna be
That's actually
Among Us.
her best friend, Andy,
Go
our
to
dog.
Among Us trip.
And
Ultra
he's right
instant
there.
Among Us
And you can
trip.
see your child will have an opportunity to just put in a little brief description. I love the creative art, writing, coding, and math. And these are some of my favorite subjects.
I
Next
invented
slide,
1, 2, 3,
please.
4 twice.
So what's cool about this as a parent, as Laborio mentioned, is that you can actually find
Your dad is
your child's teacher on our platform,
your child.
right? So hopefully they're already signed in to NoPal as a teacher, and you can find the teacher. So what's cool about this is that you can see their experience, you can see what they're teaching, and you can see their rating based on the lesson plans that they've uploaded,
That's really OP, actually.
etc. Next slide, please. Okay, so as Laborio talked about, so for what's a cool feature is that you will know if the teacher is online or offline. So if the teacher is offline on the NoPal platform, they'll get a notification and it will go to their email. They'll go to their email. So if they're offline and say, you know what, someone's requesting an appointment. So as a parent, isn't this amazing? As a parent, I can go in and schedule a time with my child's teacher. You know, it comes November, parent-teacher interview, first term, second term. You want to connect with your child's teacher. So there are different ways to do that. Next slide, please. Okay, so right here, once you send that request to the teacher, it's pending. But then afterwards, once the teacher accepts it, it'll turn to accepted. So, which is really cool. Next slide, please. Okay, not only can you book times with your child's teacher as a parent, but you can also collaborate with other parents on the NoPal platform. You can have calls with parents. You can schedule times with parents. So for example, let's say you are a part of, let's say, a parent-school committee and you want to collaborate. NoPal is a perfect platform for you to do that, right? You can collaborate with other parents and connect with them in that way. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so this is an example of, I was on Laborio's screen, now he's on my screen. Okay, so right here you can see, hi Mr. Target, how are you this evening? I am doing well and so excited that you are Ava's teacher. Okay, so you can see this chat going on. This is our really, really cool chat feature. We are super excited about this. Anyone on social media these days? Okay. All right, so right here, that's amazing to hear from you. We have been working really hard over the summer to prepare for her new grade. So we have a conversation that goes back and forth. Okay, next slide. Next one over. Okay, this is a really, really cool feature of NoPal for parents. I'm gonna put my phone away. I think I don't do my notes, but that's fine. This is amazing. One of the things about student achievement is being able to track your child's progress over a long period of time and with a bird's eye view, right? A lot of us, as parents, we get the report card, we look at it, we're looking at the letters, right? We're looking at the grades, maybe we might read the comments a little bit, but right here, you as a parent, you can actually upload your child's report card data over the years and track it. You can track it. Next slide, please. And so right over here, we're just looking at sort of learning skills right now. We're not really looking at the subjects, but there is a graph that's a continuum. And how How NoPal comes in is, let's say, you know, your child starting grade 1. You want to be able to track their progress all throughout elementary school and see where they are. Why it's so important to track the child's progress is so that you can see those learning gaps or areas where they might need improvement, and you can respond quickly. Whether it's connecting with the child's teacher, whether it's talking to them about it. And what's so cool is that the social emotional learning of the child is so important. So it's not just the academic grade, but it is what is their experience to subject? What is their experience to math? What is it to language? Do they have the opportunity to go to the library and get books? And so when we have this holistic view, we're able to look at the child's progress and respond accordingly. Because I know for me as a parent, I have all my child's report cards. I have all of them. I don't throw them out, I follow them, I can access them right away. But looking at data in a big picture over a period of time, it really gives you a greater viewpoint to really understand where your child's going. So I think, so Helen Keller, advocate. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much, right? Parents, guardians, we play an instrumental role in our child's education success, right? This parent portal really provides an opportunity for parents to collaborate with teachers, other parents, right? Setting up appointments of what I mentioned. And really, NoPal, the parent platform, really to track the child's progress in real time and really get real-time response from the teachers in terms of what they're learning in the class, the assignments, and things like that. It's very quick to access. I think there's one more, maybe not. Okay, what distinguishes NoPal's Parents Portal? Makes communication between parents and teachers easy, holistic view of child's progress, allow parents to quickly identify next steps to support their child. Parents can communicate with other parents to collaborate and share resources. I know as a parent, I've felt isolated. Okay, where do I get resources for my child? Who can help me? And we're sort of on an island ourselves, right? But if we have parents that are like-minded, that, you know, we all care about our child's education, right? And public education, but we want a platform to collaborate with that. And really, parents are part of the learning community that really fosters the child's learning once they initially join NoPal. So thank you. This is our parent portal, our parent platform. So thank you for listening. Next, we're going to have Edward and Free come up.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for your attention thus far. Now we're going to talk about the student portal of NoPal and see how students, can take advantage of the entire platform.
So thank you everyone for showing up. I just want to say thank you Will and Liv for us an introduction to the parent and teacher portal. So now we want to talk about the next portal, which is the student portal. Okay, so obviously the first step is signing up. So the thing is, every student over the age of 13, as William was saying for the parent portal, you're able to sign up. However, for any students under the age of 13, the parents will sign up on behalf of the students, and the parents will receive a notification through the email. So once the parents approve the students joining, they're able to join this platform. Next.
All right, so why do we need students to hop into NoPal and use it? Well, NoPal, as teachers create lessons, what's going to happen is that students will be able to access those lessons, right? They can access the lessons, lesson plans, assessments, independent practice. Now, why is this important? Because we feel that, the students themselves, whether it's during the summer or any other time during the year, they might require materials that's ready-made by teachers just to improve on some of their weaknesses here and there. Let's say you're in the summer period, right? And before starting the school year, you would like to kind of like touch upon and refresh your memory on some of the subjects that are important. Well, you can use the platform to search for specific lessons based on the grade subjects and also use them, including their independent practices and assessments. And once you choose your lessons, obviously you can open it, you can see how it's classified, you can author of the lesson as a teacher, as a student, and then utilize it to improve your weaknesses.
So absolutely. So one of the main features of the Notepad platform is the collaboration. So if there's one take-home message, that's a collaboration. So here is one of the features that I think will help to bolster the collaboration feature. So students are able to search and find any teachers in the platform, and they're able to follow it. On top of that, they're able to also follow their peers, the students, and start the collaboration and the in-house chats in the Notepad platform, very secure. So that, I think, we believe will help the collaboration aspect of the Notepad. Next.
Yeah, so student not only will be able to find other students, and chat with them and collaborate with them. Well, how are they going to chat with them? What's the benefit of that? Well, it's so cool to be able to have a platform that will connect you with other students, whether it's from the same school or from a different school. Why? Just because, different students learn with a different learning style. So maybe they can collaborate on different aspects, whether it's like, teaching them how to learn better or like seeing different styles of learning. In addition to the chat feature, it's important to talk also about the scheduling times with other students. So students will be able to schedule times with other students to work on, let's say, specific assignments or specific projects. They will also be able to schedule calls with teacher, as you can see in the slides. Why do we need that? Because I think Libori also, or William touched on this, like a lot of the time students need this private communication with teacher, whether it's during the class, make it very discreet. So it's a very good platform that offers them a direct communication with them. Next, please. And that's what we see here, exactly. Like, this is where calls are scheduled, whether it's between the other students, other parents, other teachers. Sorry, not parents, because you want to make it focus between students and teachers. But, it's color-coded so that you make it easy to use. So yeah, that was a very, very short overview of the student portal of Notepad. I would like to jump right into the tutor section because, for tutoring, I feel that, it's as important as the other portals and it complements the entire Notepad experience and the other portals as well.
Exactly. As Edward was saying, we do believe that our tutoring portal has a lot of features that would potentially distinguish us from other tutoring platforms available. So one of the things that we have noticed is many parents have a difficulty finding the right tutor for the children's needs. So as a result, any single tutor in our platform have undergone a rigorous vetting process. So if the parents is going to choose the tutor, they know that they've already been vetted through the Notepad. And after that, they can go and select a tutor based on the tutor's experience, subjects, and grades. And also the other thing is, if there's wanting to learn from the pandemic, is having a flexibility is important. So we do offer the tutoring sessions in person and online. Next.
Okay, so that's really an important point now we're going to touch on. That's a unique to our platform. That's really important. Well, a lot of the tutors nowadays, typically how it works is that they, book the tutoring session with their student, and now they have to spend all the time work to get the resources and material that, to prepare for the session. That's a lot of time and effort. So what we're trying to do at Notepad here is that we're going to try to provide all the resources, the material, the lessons, the direction that's needed for the tutors so that they can use these material, conduct a successful tutoring session, and to save time. In addition to that, our tutors will be highly trained in such a way that they're going to use objective diagnostic assessments and tools to pinpoint the weaknesses of various students. So essentially it will be very helpful so that they can identify these weaknesses and they can work with their parents, the students' parents, to slowly, over time, close these weaknesses and improve, the student's success overall.
Okay, so now let's take a look at how a potential tutor can join our platform. So obviously, the very first step is signing up and creating an account. And next, please. Okay, so once the tutor create an account, then they have to choose the subject he or she wants to teach from the wide variety of subjects that we do offer, from math and sciences to music, French, and maybe Spanish. So it's we do have a numerous subjects to offer. So back to that vetting process that I was mentioning at the beginning. So we do want to make sure every single tutor in the platform is capable to deliver a high quality session to the students. So as a result, for instance, after the sign up, they have to submit their qualification, education credentials, previous job experiences, their resume, on top of obviously criminal background check. Next. After that, the tutors will be able to input their availability. So for instance, if they're available only Tuesdays and Thursdays, let's say 3 p.m. until 9 p.m., they will add that availability, and we try to accommodate that schedule.
Okay, so once the tutors hop on the platform, what will happen is that they will get the chance to see all their scheduled bookings, right? They will see all their upcoming tutoring sessions with various students. They will see the past history as well and any cancellations that have or might have occurred. Another thing we're trying to offer here is, an earning section. We feel that tutors, they're spending the time with their students, and it will be really great for them to be able to see how their earnings over time. So we offer a brief overview look at how much they're earning based on the hourly rates, and so that they'll be able to monitor their financial situation. Now, that's for the actual tutors. How about the students? How will they use the tutor portal? Well, the students can hop into the platform, and after they register, and they'll be able to search for respective tutors, right? Based on the grades, subjects, and the experience as well, and the hourly rate. And our platform is easy to navigate and has a very, very intuitive feel to it. So the students will have no issue whatsoever finding their desired tutor at the right time, based again on these filtering options, and they can also sort based on their wish list.
Exactly, as Edward was saying, once the students find the right tutors that they want to work with, they can, before scheduling the first call, they can get in contact through our secure in-house chat and ask any questions or concerns they might have. On top of that, they have the opportunity to look at the other reviews that some other students have already written about that tutor. And after that, obviously, they can schedule booking through very easy to use and navigate through the Notepad page and book this session with the tutor. Thanks.
So yeah, that was a brief overview of the tutor portal, and we strongly believe that this tutor portal, is so important. It really fits into the collaboration aspect of Notepad and the other platforms. And now back to you, Liv, to touch on the school leadership.
I'm so happy to be, working with these guys. There's so many qualities that they do have. For those of you that are on school leadership teams, we know that school leadership teams play the critical role of planning and facilitating programming initiatives for school-wide student learning and achievement. We'll be introducing the school leadership part of the Notepad platform in the coming months. Now, today, we introduce 4 platforms: the teacher platform, the parent platform, the student platform, and the tutoring platform. We introduce the teacher platform, the parent platform, the student platform, and the tutoring platform. Where are we going with this? These are not 4 separate platforms. These are 4 platforms that all make up one education hub, one ecosystem, and we're calling this ecosystem Notepad. Thank you so much for attending you being here. Tonight is not the end of our launch.
Under
We'll
the
also be
bed.
hosting mini workshops series in the coming months where we're going to be talking about each portal independently and do hands-on demonstrations. There will be email updates from us regarding these dates and times of these workshops. The NoPal platform will be available within a few weeks. Thank you again, and please enjoy the rest of the evening.
Wow.
Really?
These men are brilliant. I don't know anything like this out there.
Isn't it the release
This is out of the box. This is innovative, and I'm sure many of you might have questions, and they're going to be around. So feel free to connect with them, grab a card. But I just want to say, wow, and thank you again so much for the presentation. Let's give them one more round of applause. Again, we have the food is going to be open again, so you guys can grab some food if you're just walking in. We have a food bar, we have a photo booth in the back over there. So I really encourage you, go grab a picture, make this a memory with your family. We also have a game of prizes coming up soon. So if you didn't get a ticket, that's going to be coming up soon as well, okay? So I just want to, again, thank you guys for being here and enjoy the rest of